Okay, we're on Gittin, Perak Vav, Mishnah Zayin. We're going to continue talking about appointing shlichim, appointing agents. Okay, it says the Mishnah, Amar lishnayim. If a person says to two people, Tunu get the ishti, give a get to my wife, Tunu, O lishlosha, or he says to three, Kitvu get utunu the ishti, right? Kitvu utunu. Remember, we learned Kitvu utunu was the language necessary in order to appoint the agents in the proper way. Hareilu yichtivu v'yitenu. Okay, this is they should write a get, and they should give the get. That is a proper way to appoint agents. But not only is that the way to appoint agents, hareilu, these people have to write and give the get. The Bartunara says, Avagav delo amar kitvu tenu. If we only said tenu, hareilu yichtivu be'asam. They have to write it themselves. V'lo yomu lesofer acher shichtov. They shouldn't tell another sofer. V'lo le'edim lachtom. They shouldn't. I mean, they don't become now the representatives to go make sure the get happens. Rather, they have to do it themselves. Why? To allow Beit Din shavinhu. They didn't make him that those two people, the Beit Din, that savot al acherim. He didn't make them Beit Din. Ela edim shavinu. They made him into edim themselves. Hein hem shluchav, hein hem edav. Okay, there is shluchim, there is edim. V'im amar lishlosha. But if he said kitvu utinu get lishti, if he said to three, even though they could have said become a Beit Din. He said kitvu, not tnu get the ishti. They said kitvu. Lav Beit Din shavinu ela edim. Okay, so since he said to them, if he said either to two, tnu get, or he said to three, kitvu utnu, therefore he made them edim, he didn't make them a Beit Din. But amar lishlosha tnu get the ishti, but if he said to three, Tunu get the ishti, you become a get. Then they could tell people, they don't have to do it themselves, rather they could tell other people to write the get, and they can instruct other people. Because Rabbi Meir says, if you tell three or more, as we're going to see, he made them a Beit Din, as long as, even if he didn't explicitly say, I'm making you a Beit Din, as long as he said, Tunu get the ishti, then they can now appoint other people to do it. 3 is the minimum size of a Beit Din. Rabbi Chanina ish ono mibeit ha'asurim. Rabbi Chanina ish ono brought this halacha out from prison. Who did he get it from? Who did he get it from in prison? Let's look in Bartunura. Mishmosha Rabbi Akiva. Sheyach chavush beit ha'asurim. Remember, Rabbi Akiva was convicted in the end and executed because he taught Torah b'Rabbim. So there was a period of time that he was in jail. There are a few stories of him in jail. So there's one of the stories, Rabbi Akiva, he was teaching. What's he going to do? Sit in jail and do nothing? So they came and they would visit him and ask him halachot. So when Rabbi Chanina came to visit Rabbi Akiva in jail, he came out of jail. Mekubalani be'omer shlosha. I have a Kabbalah from Rabbi Akiva that when you tell 3 people to nu get the ishti, as we said, shi'amu la'cheir v'yichtavu mipnei she'asa'an Beit Din. Which Eli tells you, they weren't just talking about practical matters. They were talking in sugyot. They would visit Rabbi Akiva. What are you learning in the Beit Midrash? And of course, Rabbi Akiva would have to tell them his opinion because he's the Rab. Amar Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yossi said, Numeinu la shaliach. You were appointed as a representative, as a shliach to us, to teach us the halacha for Rabbi Akiva. But af anu mukobalim, we have a different position, we have a different Kabbalah, we have a different tradition. She'afilu amar le Beit Din hagadol she'biyushalayim. Forget 3 people. You went to the Beit Din hagadol and you said, Tunu get the ishti, and you said this language of Tunu get. That's not Beit Din. Rather, sheyilmedu v'yichtavu v'yitenu. That they should learn, and they should write it, and they should give it. Because why? Because he's appointing them as the edim. It doesn't matter. It's not the difference between 2 or 3. Even if they did 3, or even if 70, nonetheless, he's appointing them as the agents, not as a Beit Din. Amar la'asara kitvu get the ishti. So there, if you said to 10, kitvu, then echad kotev u'shnayim kotmim. No, you don't have to. They all don't have to write. Rather, one person has to write and 2 sign. Out of you 10, I want you to write. Kulchem kitovu. But if he said all of you have to write, echad kotev, then one writes the get. V'kulam chotmim, but they all have to sign. If he said kulchem, lefikach, imed echad mim. If the guy said kulchem kitovu and one of them dies, harei get batel. Then the get is batel. Why? Because they can't fulfill the agency that the guy established when he said kitvu, all of you write. We'll stop here and dedicate a learning to memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.